I don't think there's many nights so far this season where we've been outworked and out. What's the word I'm looking for? Out committed, and we were that tonight. So that's I could chalk up the press conference or whatever you want to call it. I could give you everything I have right now.
Todd, we talked this morning about Kevin's start of the season. Despite the production, he maybe hasn't been his best. Shuffle the lines, try and get him going. He Cincinnati -3. Are we at a point where there needs to be real concern about his start of the season?
Well, plus minus is not always a good evaluator of an individual's play. Situations come up that are not even warranted for both sides, getting a plus or a minus. So we don't put a lot of credence into that. It's the type of play and the level of play, and there is some concern, yeah. I can't lie to you. We're trying to get him going. Some of the concern comes in power play type situations where he should be excelling, and some of it is in the game management and defensive side. So on both sides of the puck, he has to be better.
There were a lot of self-inflicted wounds tonight. 3 games in 4 nights.
No.
How impactful, no?
No. Happens all over the league. And we had yesterday off. They played last night. So sometimes you get more tired in practice because you're on the ice for 45, 50 minutes and you have to keep going. We didn't skate yesterday and some guys played 10 minutes tonight. How tired can you be? So, no.
The connectivity and the passing tonight, was that a result of the work and the commitment you talked about, or were there other issues that led to the kind of a disjointed?
Well, that was, first of all, you have to give them credit. They played a committed game. They were on top of us. They blocked shots like there was no tomorrow. I didn't see us diving in front of a whole bunch of them. We got scored on a floater from the point that was deflected. We didn't work real hard to get in that lane. They did. And they were quick to scrums. They won a lot of the loose pucks. They didn't need a lot of chances, but the ones they got, they scored on. And, so we can beat our team up, which we have to a little bit. They deserve it. But I also have to tip my hat to their team. They played a real good game.
What did you see on that first goal? Kind of a strength. Like, I know Anglin gets the puck in the corner. That's why but Spence was really wide.
Yeah.
I didn't quite follow what happened. What did you really
You followed it perfectly.
Okay.
You followed it perfectly. We shouldn't be. That was part of the pre-scout. So probably an hour and 15 minutes earlier, we showed them 2 clips of that exact thing. So that gives you a good idea where we were as far as commitment mentally.
Perhaps another player that was affected by the lineup change was Pierre Dubois getting a chance to play with another lineman besides Fiala. How would you feel he's been for his game in his last few games or so?
Well, when you have a few players struggling for whatever reason, sometimes you leave them together, sometimes you pull them apart. And there hasn't been good connectivity between PL and Kevin for a little while. And, that's quite frankly, that's why we did it. And tonight it was only one night. We didn't practice yesterday. We just pulled it out of our hat. We've got to give them a little bit of time. So we've got to give PL some time to adjust or deal with his line mates. But the expectations are high there as well. And we think that he can be a big part of what we're working towards. But the expectations are high.
Are you seeing something to explain the poor home record this season?
Well, we're giving up way too many goals on home ice. And what's causing that? I think every night there's been a bit of a different scenario. I believe at our last presser after last game, or maybe the game before at home, I was asked if I'm concerned. And I wasn't, because the beginning of the year was the beginning of the year. But now I am a little bit, so we're going to have to fix it.
You gave up another wraparound goal tonight. Is this just an anomaly, or is the goalie out of position and you're not defending it properly? What do you think is going on?
I don't know. It's three goals out of the last 4 or 5. Something we'll have to look at. Something we'll have to talk to the goaltending department about. Sometimes the goaltender's reading something. He's reading a stick blade, a a pump fake or something like that, and that may get them out of position. So I can't answer that. I have to go to the goaltenders for that.
Just coming back to Kev and PL, we saw tonight Granny get a 6th goal, which is great for him. Maybe a little sweet and sour stat though, because that's as many as they have combined. I know that the stats are probably not what's worrying you, but substantively, what are you saying that's maybe missing or you'd like to see more of in their game?
Well, I think the woe is me is not a good approach to it. I saw Kev tonight, the power play, and you're asking me about both, but Kev, it didn't work for him on the power play, and he just skated from the corner to the bench. Woe is me, and that's not going to work. So you just dig yourself deeper, and we can't have that attitude.
On the positive side of things, just mentioned Carl's 6th goal of the year, another really strong game from him. What does a guy like that have to do? What more does he have to do to elevate his ice time or his spot in the lineup, or do you just want to keep him where he's?
I think that Lizzo's line is one of our best lines, and I think Granny gives us everything he has all the time. I think he's in a perfect spot. The last thing we want to do is screw around with Granny. He's given us, him and Lizzo and Louie are money. You can count on him night after night to get the job done.
You were around for much of Cal and Walks' career. You know what those guys went through. Different situations, but a lot of adversity. Obviously, it doesn't feel great under the circumstances, but just for them personally, how do you feel?
Yeah, we lost a game, but those two guys are really good individuals. They're quality people, and yeah, we took it on the chin tonight and they won. But I'm also happy for them. I'm happy that Cal had a good night. I wish it wasn't against us, but he had a real good night, and maybe that will get him on track and get him going. And Walks has played well all year. I know that staff over there a little bit, and they could be happier. So I'm happy for them. I'm glad that they're having good years, and hopefully it will continue.